Hello, everyone. This is Moses. If you like comic prono, probably this is the most casual video you'll ever see on YouTube, live video on YouTube. But I would like to say this. So today I'm basically going to talk about immigration Canada, and what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about visitors visa and study permit. So basically, these two. Um, well, you might ask me like, is that the only way someone can come to Canada? I would say there are other ways, but these two are the most, I would say, easy to deal with because they don't have there's no they don't need more require there are no more requirements in this. The process is simply straightforward and you can deal with it. It doesn't matter where you are. So, but basically, usually I normally talk about this to people maybe in, let's say you're in Nigeria, or let's say you're in Kenya, my home country. Uh, I mean, my other home country. Now I'm a Canadian citizen. Um, so this is how you go about it. So I'll just knock it out. Let's talk about visitors visa. First off, there's so many ways you can come as a like. There's so if you say you want to come as a visitor to Canada, so what do you actually do? What do you do? So first off, if you just want a tour, come as a tourist, that's a different perspective. So all you have to do, get you need to get what? Let's say you want a tour. Where do you want a tour in Canada? But you really have to prove, you really have to convince, you really have, because they say you're on a vacation, so you're tourism now. So if you say you're on a vacation, that's well and good. But now all these processes needs money. All these processes require money. All these processes you have to prove that you are able to support your stay, or your stay in Canada, or you support your trip in Canada. That's all you need to do, and which is very important, which is crucial. Uh, Forgive me, guys. I'm just using a laptop, and my camera is not that great. That's why I say this will be the most casual video you'll ever see on YouTube, live YouTube. Okay. So visitors visa. What do you need actually as a visitor? The purpose. First, what are you coming to do? Some people choose to do this. They say, "Oh, I'm a graduate and I just need to go and do I gotta go and do a conference somewhere in Canada." Or there's a, let's say you're a nurse, or you're a farmer, you're a teacher, you're a doctor. So you find these conferences, or you're a graduate and want to learn more. So there are these conferences. They're being held everywhere in Canada. Some are in British Columbia, some in Alberta province, somewhere in Calgary, somewhere in Ontario, Quebec, Montreal. There's plenty of conferences, but now you have to look for them. So you say, "Oh, I apply for a conference, and I'm attending a conference." It has to be. So maybe you're a scholar and you want to present something. You have a project, you have a thesis, you have an idea. You gotta share with the world. So you look for those conferences and say sometimes you just want to attend. Sometimes you just want to present something, right? So that's how you do. So find a purpose, find a reason. So if you're on a vacation, that's your reason. If you're just coming for a conference, that's your reason. And then what do you do? So you get the invitation. So usually conferences with invitation letters. So you get the invitation, and what do you do with the invitation? You got the letters. Okay, these invitations, you pay for them, right? You gotta pay some fee. Some conferences you pay some fee. So attendance fee or something like that, right? So or you pay them to write you that invitation letter, which is okay. So once you get that invitation letter, you go to my CIC Migration Canada website, and you create an account, upload the documents. What other supporting documents do you need? At least show you have sufficient funds, right? Now we have a reason. We have a purpose when we come to Ghana. Now you have to show some money. How much money do you have? At least, I would say at least, let's say if you're coming for a conference for 10 days, at least have at least over $10,000 up to now that, or maybe up to $15,000. So that's, it depends which country you are. So you do the conversion. So you come to those conferences, and the good thing with that is that the chances of you being denied is very minimal. All you have to do is prove the purpose, prove that you'll go back. But now the good thing with Canada again is that with visitors visa, if you come here and find work, you can work. You can stay here. If you find work, you can work. If you choose to convert your visitor's visa into study permit or proceed with your education, yes, you can do it. Now the thing is, let's talk about you have now your acceptance letter. No, you have invitation letter. Now you have your money, your bank statement. Submit explain the reason why you submit all the required documents. Show that you will go back home, because they want to know that like you're not coming to get stuck here, right? So that's how you do it. Now, once you've all that and submitted your documents, let's say you're lucky and you get it. So you can come here and switch your status. Now, this program started, I think, 2022, where any visitors, people with visitors, if you show up here and you find a job, yes, you can work. They can give you work permit, but you cannot just change visitors visa into work permit without with no employment. So an employer, you've got to find an employer, which is not an easy thing. It's not an easy task to find an employer. So I always suggest, you know what, switch into study permit. So you switch into study permit, you can still work and still get an education, and you can work full time. You can work full time and at the same time go to school. And that's the beauty of Canada. That's why I love Canada. You can go to school full time, work for US. If you're an immigrant or international student or immigrant, it's not easy to get that. You will never do that. You have to go to school. So that's one way. And then let's talk about let's talk about study permit. Study permit, you have to find an institution, right? So but make sure in this institution, um, they give out a postgraduate work permit. So what do you do? Find a school. Once you find a school, apply to it. There's a deposit. There's application fee and there's a deposit. So what do? You deposit that amount of money, and they send you and they'll send you an acceptance letter. And that acceptance letter, what do? You use the same acceptance letter to apply to the embassy, to apply for a visa. So you go online and uh, make sure you get what? Make sure you follow the procedure. Get the supporting documents, statement of purpose. Why are you coming to study in Canada? What's the reason for you to come and study in Canada? Right? So be very clear. I mean, make sure make sure you actually clearly state why you're coming to what you're coming to do. Pick a program that is suits you. Let's say if you have just graduated high school, get an upper go up. You're doing a diploma, get a diploma. If you had a diploma, go do a degree. If you had a degree, do a master's, right? They gotta see that progression. That way, it will assist you when it comes to being given issued with a visa, right? So you have to increase your chances, but it's like you're building a case. So you have to convince them that you're actually serious about it. You're actually doing something progressively. You're not just, they might ask you why did you choose why didn't you do the same program at your own country? What are you going to say? So why Canada? Show sufficient fee. Why this particular program? And why this particular school, right? Just give something. So, but Canada, actually, people always ask me about scholarship. No, actually, Canada don't give out scholarships while you're still in your home country. Sometimes when you get here, then you do good. That's when you get a, they do what? They will start giving you scholarship based on your performance, right? And that's how it is. Anyway, so that's that. So work permit, you just need, just gotta show a good statement of account or bank statement, good bank statement, and study plan or statement of purpose. Show that you come in here to study, graduate, and go back to your home country, right? So be straightforward, be honest with while stating the reason you're coming here. That way, it will open more chances for you. It will increase your chances. And then again, I say the beauty of, if you get that visa, study permit or visa, study visa, when you get here, you can work full time and still go to school. You can manage to pay your school fees. I've seen people do it, so you can manage it. So some schools can give you a plan to pay little bit by bit, like 800 a month or 800 whatever. Like you can make a payment arrangement with a school, depending on the school, right? So that way, it will help you. So if you really want to study in Canada, I'd say this is the most casual live video I've done on YouTube. And anyway, next time I'll put more effort. And but anyway, hey, subscribe, and if you have any questions, please ask more questions. It might have sounded scanty because it's just, wow, I'm in a hotel room and I say, you know what? Let me try this after work. I say, I'm gonna try this. Anyway, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Subscribe, like, share, right? Ask questions. Thank you very much.